right, Dave. Braun Strowman versus Goldberg for the WWE Raw World Championship.
No.
What? Universal.
It's SmackDown Championship.
My bad. SmackDown Universal
Admit
Championship.
Admit it. You thought this match was ending in less than a minute the way Goldberg was going.
I thought this match was over in a minute. Like, seriously. He comes out and bing, ding, ding. Spear. 4 spears. Pins him, kicks out. He tries to do he does another spear. And then he's going to do the jackhammer. And all of a sudden, Braun Strowman turns into a monster, no-sells in any of those spears, and does like 18 power slams and defeats Goldberg, and is now your new SmackDown Universal Champion. Your thoughts, Dave? I don't know what is that noise in your background. I don't know.
Is this any better?
That's a lot better. I don't know what you
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on Braun Strowman, 3 years a little bit too late, finally wins a world championship. I guess all you got to do is talk shit about indie wrestlers, and you become a champion in the WWE. What was your thoughts on that, Dave?
I was surprised because maybe I wasn't that surprised because we talked about this before, where we said that I've said it anyway. I've been really high on this. Is Goldberg gonna really come back for another match? And I thought that he was gonna lose simply because I think he's only there for a one-off, and that's it. I don't think he's signed up to pay. They're paying him enough money to come back for another show. I don't think they want to keep him champion for 4 or 5 more months. So you give the title to Strowman and say, "Here, Strowman, you're always here anyway, so you take this title for 5 minutes so Roman can come back and beat you for it."
My question for you and everybody in the chat room, because we obviously thought the match was sorry. It wasn't good. It's nothing for us to go and analyze. Yeah, this match was so good.
We've seen worse Goldberg matches.
And Goldberg was awesome. My question to everybody in the chat room: how long does he hold the championship for? Does he lose it this Friday night on SmackDown? Does he lose it before the month is over? Because obviously this was Roman Reigns' spot. This was supposed to be Roman Reigns winning the championship from Goldberg tonight. How long does he hold it for, Dave?
Until Reigns can come back.
What you would have to think is is Roman done until like this shit is over with, or because he was still doing SmackDowns when this virus was, it's still a pandemic. He was still coming to SmackDown, doing the contract signings, doing the sit-down interviews. Do you feel like he's not going to do this for the rest of the month, or maybe it tones down a little bit? Because I get the reason why he didn't do it, but does that mean he's off shows for good? Or was he just scared because, like Bob Ruski said, because of The Miz showing up being sick, and he got nervous and didn't want it to be possibly the corona? And if you didn't see on Twitter, I think Sean Ross Sapp tweeted out that nobody has been tested from the WWE that has the coronavirus. So they all been good, they all been tested, and nobody's has the corona. Do you think we see him this Friday night on SmackDown, or do you think he would be gone a couple of weeks?
Is there even a SmackDown recorded for this week?
All I know is that they recorded Raw. I don't know if they've done SmackDown yet.
If everything is closed down and no one's going anywhere, will they just make SmackDown just a freaking highlight show and just like that? I don't know what's going to happen, so we'll have to wait and see if they do anything. I don't think he's going to come back. I think they might wait. And if we believe everything is true, that they're going to hold production till after April, then, why not?
Do you feel like WWE did a poor job with the Roman Reigns stuff? Do you think they should have just said Roman Reigns is out because he's taking, it's too much of a health risk and he's taking himself out of the match? Do you feel like they should have, at least talked about it a little bit more, just instead of saying, oh, surprising, turn of events, Roman Reigns has backed out of the match and now Braun is taking his spot? Should they kind of elaborate it a little bit more with that?
Maybe, but everyone knows really the real story, so it doesn't really matter if they elaborate or not.
Okay, so Bob Ruski says no, it's personal. All right, I'm surprised. Like Triple H did some type of an interview, I believe, and he said there was going to be a unique way that they were going to have Roman Reigns out of the match, and their unique way was just having them announce that he wasn't in the match, and it was kind of like a casual droppage. Like they did it on SmackDown, going over the card, and said, "Oh, in a turn of events, Roman Reigns is out of the match. We're getting Braun Strowman put in the match." I thought maybe they would have gone the route of maybe he getting attacked. And they're playing up that. I know we've seen that storyline before with Roman, who attacked Roman. But they could have done that to where Braun. You're going to have to assume Braun's going to end up turning heel. So you could have had Braun do that to get his shot at Goldberg. But you're okay with the way they did it?
Yeah, I mean, they could still go that route. I mean, we have this new hacker, so maybe they reveal the real truth.
That's a good point there. So maybe they do show Roman laid out in the future. That's a good point there. They didn't have enough time to think of something more creative, says Truth and Loyalty. Let me just scroll up here because I see some of your guys' comments. He holds it until Roman's wife lets him come back, says Bill. Nicholas will come back and turn heel on Braun, says Bustu. I want Braun to turn heel with the title. It would be good for him, says Little Zay. I agree. I think him as a heel would be perfect. Ian Dunn says, why would Roman be in the doghouse? Because he chose safety over unnecessary risk. And WWE says participation is voluntary. I don't think he's in the doghouse at all. I think he's still going to get his title shot, and I still think he's going to win it as well.
You know who I think the title shot next, though? Sami Zayn.
We'll see about that. Roman shouldn't be, but Vince is a crazy old man and thinks you should never miss a show, says Regulator. Bob Ruski said, I heard 24s are going to be played on TV soon. What? Can you explain? I remember. I'm bad with abbreviations, so I have no idea what the fuck that means.
This one W special?
At least AEW was smarter and taped content in advance. WWE thinks the world bows to them, says Ian Dunn. Well, Ian Dunn, the rumor mill, which I don't have any rumors tonight, surprisingly. Maybe I'll pop some up tomorrow. Is that WWE's going to take TV typing off. They're going to take a break this whole month of April, but they recorded some shows. I know they recorded the Raw after Mania. I'm not sure if they've recorded anything else after that, but we'll see about that. Sacred says, scared sacrifice. God, I'm just an idiot. Says Triple H is wrong for saying that like he knows what the mind of Vince McMahon will do. Goke says, why didn't they just tell the truth? I'm pretty sure nobody would have blamed Roman if they would have just said the truth. It sucks that the Fiend had to lose to give Goldberg a title. Would have been better if he beat Lesnar to get there, says Steven2411. Reverend says, Roman can't win with a spear now. Goldberg's is much better. What we hated heel Braun dude's a babyface, says Ted. No, he's going to turn heel. Just watch.
He's a heel now.
Roman in the doghouse because he's the big dog, and this is his. Oh, WWE 24s. Oh, really? On Fox? That's interesting.
Yeah, they're showing old ones this week.
On Raw and on SmackDown?
No, on Fox, on FS1. They're gonna on Tuesday or something for backstage before it. They're gonna show like some past 24 episodes on Fox for like 2 hours. They're gonna show them on Tuesday. They're showing a couple episodes. Nothing new. It's ones I've already seen, like the one with Sting, and the one after that. I think they're showing back-to-back ones. That's all. It's nothing new. It's just old ones on the network.
Truth says Braun as a heel was all those destruction spots which the fans ate up. So don't turn him back, heel, says Truth and Loyalty. No, I don't need glasses, asshole. I just can't read. All right, I just can't read.
Yeah, because if you believe that whole. Which is probably true. USA Network and Fox were pissed off at WWE for giving ESPN those deals.
Oh, really?
Yep.
When Roman returns, he better win the title and hold it for 2 years straight. Oh, my God. Imagine that. They have tons of so-called creative people, and they can't film a 5-minute segment for Roman. The thing is, too, is what made it worse, and I'm not blaming Roman at all, is that Roman came on his, I think it was Instagram Live, or did he just do a recording? I'm not really sure what he did.
I think it was Instagram.
But he talked about it. He talked how he pulled out of the show and that people are hating on him and, and this and that. And he talked his reasons behind kind of being out of the show. Like if you're literally sitting there on Twitter and tweeting at Roman Reigns and trolling him for wanting to sit out of a show because of his health. Like, do you not understand that people with cancer or on remission are highly acceptable to viruses that are going around the world? And not only that, Roman would get it 10 times worse. Like, do people not understand that? Like, people are so stupid when it comes to this coronavirus shit. And I'm not trying to talk about AEW, but fuck it, the tournament. Oh, why the fuck is Colt Cabana and this and guy and this? Do they not understand the travel restrictions that these guys are having right now, that we're not going to get these big-time names in the tournament? Hello, McFly. Wake the fuck up. This corona is fucking a lot of shit up. And people don't understand that. Like, they want to blame shit on people. Like, man, Roman is picking his life over wrestling. Do anyone have a problem with that? Do you, Dave? No, right?
No, I don't. I think it's a great thing to pull out because, especially with him, I mean,
they don't understand. They just don't understand. Unless you're in Roman Reigns' boots. I'm not blaming this on Meltzer because Meltzer's not the only one who questioned Roman Reigns' cancer. I don't even know what Meltzer did. But it's a lot of these other people who think Roman's cancer is a work. Who think it's a work, that they think Roman is playing the people up, that they don't think he's actually really sick. Like,
yeah,
this is fucking ridiculous. I have a son. This is coming from experience. I have a son who's in remission from cancer. All right? We can't go anywhere. Why? Because he can get sick like that. And not only can he get sick, it could be a lot worse for him. And he's only 10 years old. So back the fuck off Roman Reigns, man. Like, I'm not even that huge of a Roman Reigns fan. But it made me sick to see people hate on him for wanting to sit out of a fucking match. Like, it's ridiculous. And I'm sorry I'm ranting, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Did Roman Reigns backing out ruin WrestleMania? No. Not at all. Like, sheesh. Sorry. That's my rant of the night. Thank you, everybody.
You just made the list.
Thank you, Sean Paul, for the follow. If you're new to the show, thank you for joining us tonight. We are so close, this close to hitting 400 followers. And then what 400 followers means? We do another giveaway in this channel. So if you haven't, please hit that follow button. We'd really appreciate that. And we appreciate everybody here and talking with us. I'm sorry I ranted and yelled and vulgar language. I get it, but, you know, it just had to be, man. It just made me really sick to my stomach to see people talking shit to Roman like that. It didn't make sense to me at all. I'm trying to click on your link there, but it won't let me. It was just sickening and uncalled for. It also depends if Roman was against working that much, that maybe they couldn't get him to make a 5-minute spot. True. You know, look, Roman didn't want to get sick. Can't blame him. A lot of people feel the same way. It is what it is. Sean Poole says KO and Seth is the best match of the night. We're going to get into that, but it was a really